Hey, it's Spoonie. I figured I would make a video sharing some of the things that I have learned so far on my YouTube journey. That way, some of you who might be thinking about starting your own YouTube channels, especially if it's in the gaming niche, might be able to learn from some of my experiences. Right now, I have roughly 4,700 subscribers as of filming this, and if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. I am trying to hit that 5,000 mark by the end of the year, which is rapidly approaching. I started my channel roughly 4 years ago, but things have been kind of off and on. I haven't always been consistent about uploading videos, and sometimes I have gone years without uploading videos, especially when my initial niche kind of fell apart. And that's the first lesson I learned, is find your niche and ask yourself, how can I add value to this? In my case, that niche was Starbase. Starbase is a game that, if you haven't heard of it, I'm not surprised. It entered early access about 4 years ago, and at the time had like 9,000 concurrent players, which is really good for an early access game in its first couple months. Starbase had an incredible ship builder, one of the best I have honestly seen in any game. It had you doing everything from writing code in its own script language called YOLOL, mostly just Boolean if-then functions, but it did allow you to program your ship and have it do some pretty cool things. The problem was there was no tutorial to speak of for this. And there was a few YouTube videos that people had made that go over how to use it, how to code in YOLOL, and how to build your ships, but they were all like an hour and a half long, and they all honestly made assumptions about what the player already knew. And so I became frustrated by those because I didn't know anything. And I was still trying to learn this shipbuilder, but I powered through and I learned it. And I figured I could probably make some YouTube tutorials to help people get through this and enjoy this game even more. After all, I want this game to succeed because it's a game that I want to play. So that's exactly what I did. I had no experience editing videos, and frankly, it shows in those first couple videos I made. And it was pretty much just me talking over some footage of me building ships and explaining what I was doing. But that was good enough because it added value, at least I think it added value, to the community, and it was something that people wanted to see. In about 6 weeks, I managed to go from 0 subscribers to around 800. The problem was that while the sentiment around this game started out really strong, development slowed down. The players went from 9,000 concurrent players to 4,500 to 1,000 to 500 to 12. And honestly, I kind of gave up on the game as well, which means I kind of gave up on my YouTube channel. And for the first year and a half after those initial couple months, I only had about 900 subscribers. So while I got those first 900 in about 6 to 8 weeks, it took me another year and a half to go from 900 to 1,000 because I wasn't uploading anything. But that's not to say that you should lean away from what your niche is or what you want your niches to be, because after all, you have to share your passion. You do need to be passionate about what you're doing. Otherwise, it's very quickly going to become a chore and you're going to burn yourself out. But if you love what you're doing, it will show. Even if your videos could be better, your passion is going to shine through. And don't be afraid to do something that you've seen someone else do. Because, for example, even if you tried to make this exact video right now that you're watching, it would be different when you do it. You couldn't make the exact same video that I make, just as I will never be able to make the exact same video that you make because you are different than I am. Your style is different than I am. So some people that might resonate with my videos may not resonate with yours. And likewise, people that don't like my videos might really love yours. And that's the best part about YouTube, is it is an amalgamation of different personalities and styles and passions that people are sharing with the world. Not to get all corny, but it's true. No one is going to be able to do something exactly the way that you do it. So get out there, make that content, make that video, impersonate something that you like, that you would like to see more of. If you've ever watched a video and been disappointed that it wasn't longer or that there wasn't more of them, make more of them. The algorithm loves engagement, and not just from the audience. Yes, the algorithm wants you to like and subscribe and hype the video. YouTube wants you to upload consistently. It wants to see that you are engaging with your audience through providing content. It also wants to make sure that it's not pushing dead channels to people's feeds. So if it sees that you're uploading once a month, once a week, once a day, at least somewhat consistently, then YouTube will continue to push your videos through its algorithms. But it is important to notice that if you're going to do once a month, do once a month. If you're going to do once a week, do once a week. Because uploading once this week and then maybe 2 months go by and then you upload every day for 4 days and then you don't upload again for 6 months, that's not consistency. And I would say that, in my opinion, from what I have seen, consistency is the most important metric. If you are consistently uploading on a schedule, at least a vague schedule, then the algorithm seems to push videos more often than when you're just sporadically uploading things. And this is the important lesson here. Make a schedule that you think you can keep. If you think you can manage uploading every day, then upload every day. If you think you could only handle once a week, then do every week. And if you make really long videos, something like an hour long, maybe you're only going to upload once a month. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's all about consistency. Stick to your schedule that won't burn you out, and make sure that you can keep adding value to that niche that you have chosen. Thumbnails and titles. And I know, you have heard this 1,000 times from every content creator, but it's true. The most important thing you can do to make your videos better is make a better thumbnail and work on your titles. This is something that I honestly need work on. I constantly am trying to make a better thumbnail. YouTube now even has a comparison tool, so you can try out 2 or 3 different titles, 2 or 3 different thumbnails, and see which one your audience is resonating with the most. This is really important, and you should focus most on this. Many people spend just as much time on the thumbnail and title as they do on the video. And as I'm sure you have heard Mr. Beast say, if people don't click, then they don't watch. And if they don't watch, you're not getting more engagement. You're not getting comments, likes, subscribes, hypes, whatever it is. You're not going to reach those goals, whatever they are that you have set out for yourself. So the most important thing for almost every single one of your goals is going to be get people to click on my videos. And that means thumbnails and titles. I have personally had the privilege of chatting with different YouTubers who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I ask all of them, what advice do you have for people who want to start their own channel? And oftentimes it's improve your thumbnails, improve your titles. And if you can't think of a decent thumbnail or a decent title, don't be afraid to move on to the next idea. Your thumbnails and titles also make people a promise. Every title and thumbnail that you make is a promise you are making to your viewers. You are promising them that if they click on it, it will resolve whatever this is, whatever question you've asked in the title, whatever statement you've made, whatever teaser you've given them. You are making them a promise, and you need to make sure that you can keep it. Because think about the videos that you have watched. Have you ever clicked on a video that had a clickbait title and it never addressed the thing that it was promising you? How many more of their videos did you watch? Probably not many. And that brings me to my next point, is have a backup plan. Ask yourself, if this niche doesn't work out, what would my channel become? Because if you really want to build a channel, the first thing that you try may not end up being what you end up being, if that makes sense. Just take a look at your favorite YouTubers, go back to their oldest videos and see how different what they started out doing is from what they're doing today. Because in a lot of cases, it's an entirely different niche than what they started with. When Starbased ended its development, I didn't have a direction for my channel. I actually tried a few different things. After about a year of not uploading anything at all, I uploaded a few reviews for games that I had played that I had really liked. I think the first one I did was a game called Timberborn, and I uploaded a 4-minute review. And I thought, this might be my new niche. Maybe I will make very short form reviews for games that I enjoy playing. But the problem with that is that all of my videos were 2 or 3 minutes long. And what I found was that YouTube didn't really like only about a minute worth of engagement from people who were watching my videos. So if I was going to continue to make 2-minute, 3-minute reviews, I needed to shift into making shorts. And that wasn't a path I really wanted to go down, which meant that my content needed to be longer and more engaging with the audience. I pivoted into making weekly sales videos about the different summer sales, autumn sales, just various Steam sales that were going on, because I am a patient gamer. I will wait for a great deal, and I know that there's a lot of people like me. If I don't think a game is going to be something I will enjoy, I'm not going to pay $60 for it. I'm going to wait a year and a half until it's on sale for $15, and then I'll pick it up and try it out. So I wanted to help people do exactly that. And I made quite a few videos on doing this, and I continued to make those videos until I found the niche that I was comfortable in. And that niche was Kitten Space Agency, Kerbal Space Program, and interviewing developers from a more human interest perspective, getting to know why they made the game, how that game came about, and what the trials and tribulations they have faced while developing it. And if any of that sounds interesting to you, I do have a podcast called Chaos in the Lobby, where we talk about gaming and gaming adjacent topics from a more human interest perspective. I have interviewed people like Harvester, the creator of Kerbal Space Program, Dean Hall, the creator of Kitten Space Agency, Jake the Dondorian, who made an incredible city builder called Songs of Six, and several other really fascinating and talented people. So be sure to check that out if it sounds interesting. And if you're interested in hearing more about my experiences on YouTube, let me know in the comments below, and I'll probably make another video covering some of the mistakes I think I have made since I started. Be sure to like and subscribe, help me reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.